The Lord is our shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepares a table before I. In the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with no oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely. Goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of my life. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah, can my way grow my way. How my house of Lisa? I don't know what it was simply for. How time you mo oh ye waladong. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it would only be on one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Again, here we are not neutral, and we have never claimed to be, because we are not. We have actually taken sides, the side of the truth. That is why we are affectionately called the headquarters of the truth. And my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Ingredients of so many different types, shapes and sizes, aromas and even flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot, where they are subjected to some really good amount of heating. At the end of the day, they produce sumptuous food in all its palatability for the nourishment of the family in its whole entirety. This is what we literally do here. We pick up ideas from all walks of life, all and sundry, the rank and file of our people, right from the crowns of their heads all the way down to the soles of their feet. And we subject these ideas to some crucial forensic scrutiny, right after which we tease out the creme de la creme of all these ideas and use that for the development of our people, our continent, our land. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Absolutely. This is the Black Empire Media. We are the headquarters of the truth. We are the foundation of the truth. We are the mansion of the truth. This is the address of the truth, the hometown of the truth, the bedroom of the truth, the jungle of the truth. This is the truth. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Absolutely. And I'm happy to say we are live on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. Oh my God. I want to say thank you so much. Oh Lord, God have mercy. And we do apologize for the late start of the show. At this point, my brother, my sister, do share the broadcast so many more people can be part of this wonderful broadcast today. At the same time, if you have not as yet subscribed to this channel, do me a favor. I'm inviting you as a VIP to please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell right after, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the headquarters of the truth. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Our numbers are scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. For free, absolutely. This is the headquarters of the truth. This is the home of exclusives. Come here. At this point, my brother, my sister, I want to say thank you so much to our sponsors. Can we begin with Tesori D'Oriente? Turn every single shower into a royal experience with Tesori D'Oriente. Now, Tesori D'Oriente has gone beyond just a shower gel. It's magical. My brother, my sister, it is soft, it is smooth, it is silky, and has that long-lasting oriental fragrance. It's Italian technology coupled with African raw materials to give you that premium quality, most affordable. Pour a little bit of Tesori D'Oriente shower gel right into your palm, shake up the bath water, make sure that the lather grows into a rich foam. Allow it to nourish your skin. Right after that, relax in the ambience of this luxury. Oh my God. It's also an insect repellent naturally, and it makes you smell like heaven. Even 48 hours after that single bath, you still smell as if you just walked out of the Garden of Eden. Are you going for an interview? Maybe there's a new chick in town you want to mesmerize. Hey, maybe. Hey, there's a new guy in town you like and you want to show some levels. Tesori D'Oriente. Hey, it comes in so many different fragrances. We have the Ikigai, we have the Karma, we have the Forest Therapy, we have the Royal Oud, we also have the Persian Dream. My favorite, personal favorite, I love the Royal Oud. I also love the Forest Therapy. It smells good. That's the secret to a beautiful skin. How about you? Hi, it's proudly distributed in Ghana by Daddy Ash Limited. Yes, for bulk purchases and inquiries, call Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599. This is Tesori D'Oriente. And I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushunemo, where we speak truth to power. Now, we are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Millennium Insurance. And when we talk about Millennium Insurance, we're talking about your trustworthy partner. Please don't just fall on just any insurance. Some of it are actually behaving like expired plasters. And they will ultimately give you nothing but a series of disaster. My brother, my sister, that is why I am introducing you to your trustworthy partner, Millennium Insurance. Motor insurance policy. Hey, go to Millennium. Are you traveling outside the country? You need the Millennium Travel Experience. Yes, I will give it to you. Get the Millennium Travel Insurance. We'll take you in and bring you back with a lot of experience. Oh my God. Personal accident and group personal accident insurance is Millennium Insurance. Get your 24/7 cover for disability and even death for your employees and even family members. Hey, my brother, my sister, our numbers are on the screen. Pick up the numbers and make sure you come in contact with your trustworthy partner. Hey, can I tell you more? Now, when it comes to natural disasters, nobody is a preserve of any such calamity. That is why our great Akan people say, when you see a neighbor's beard burning, hey, get water ready for yours. Next, it could be you. That is why Millennium Insurance understands you perfectly. With Millennium Insurance, when it comes to your claims, they are quick to give you that because they want to bring you back on the right footing. In times of calamity, hey, Millennium Insurance has the ear to the ground and knows it, and you are back. Hey, comprehensive third party for your vehicles, maybe against burglary, no problem. Fires, no problem. This is Millennium Insurance, I tell you, my friend. Make sure that you log onto our sales portal, sales.millenniuminsurancegh.com, and everything is everything. This is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo, and here we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to also tell you one thing that is most important. Hey, NPA is here. NPA has a lot of information for you. And what is NPA telling you? My brother, my sister, stay back, stay safe. Stay back, stay safe. Stay back, stay safe. That is the message. It's a National Petroleum Authority safety campaign. My brother, my sister. Now, anytime you see a fuel tanker involved in an accident and overturned, don't be so much in a hurry to scoop or siphon fuel. Your life is worth more than just a gallon of fuel. There could be an explosion. Even if there's no explosion, the kind of smell that comes out of the fuel could make you sick and would destroy vital organs of your body. Again, stay back. Stay safe. Your life is worth more than just a gallon of fuel. You know what to do as a citizen? Very simple. Please report the accidents by calling toll-free 192 or 191, or better still 080-012-3000. No problem at all. This is a National Petroleum Authority safety campaign. I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. It's the Blakk Port, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Hey, can I just tell you something? Now, in the modern world now, if you are not AI literate, forget it. Hey, AI is doing almost everything and is being used in every sector. Hey, movie makers are using AI. Musicians are using AI. Writers are using AI. Boxers are using AI. Even thieves are using AI. And you know that. Scammers. Bears are using AI. Ants are using AI. Even God is using AI. What are you waiting for? Be abreast with the times. On a more serious note, my brother, my sister, in the world today, if you are AI illiterate, you are squared. You are out of the game. That is why Patriot Solutions, your guide to financial freedom, has this good news for you. Hey, now, Patriot Solutions is presenting to you AI experts. And I'm talking about Valerie Clark. And of course, Patrick Berfi. Simple. They are based in the United States of America. Do you want to study in the United States AI? Or you want to do it online? Then it's only 12 weeks. AI governance course. Yes, it's a 12-week AI governance course. After that, you get a certificate. What do you want to learn about AI? Is it the AI GP governance, prompt engineering, AI agent development? Hey, or what else do you want to learn? ChatGPT, hey, Claude, Gemini, RAG, MCP. Hey, you get an AI GP certificate one time. It's starting on August 25, 2026. Register now. Now it's very simple to register. You can log on to the website or you call straight on this number. And you can also send an email and you can see all the information on the screen. Now, the other thing is that there is a GR code that is showing right now. My brother, my sister, just scan it. And once it is scanned, boom, it takes you to the registration point one time. And everything is everything. Are you ready for action? This is Patrick Solutions with a 12-week AI governance course, and I've registered already, registered a couple of friends and family members because AI is most important in these times, and I use AI every day, every night. Are you AI literate? And it's so easy to use AI. Now, the good news with Patrick Solutions is that you don't need to pay all the money at once. You can pay in installments, gradually. Now, the other good thing is that you don't need to be computer literate. Even if you don't know the difference between a mouse and a keyboard, don't worry. Hey, this is the best AI course you would ever have. In 12 weeks, you can build a whole movie out of AI. In 12 weeks, you can make a whole album of music using AI to perfection. It's the Blakk Port, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here, we speak truth to power. Today, we have 4 powerful stories. And we're going to go straight into action. Oh my God. We have exclusives as well. Without much ado, please share the broadcast. Hit on the like button. If you have not as yet subscribed to the channel, please, I invite you. Yes, subscribe to the channel. Hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Story number 1. Watch this. See luxurious mansions of miracles, ABOAGYE, frozen by courts. Ha, ha, ha. I told you, my brother, my sister, this guy will go to jail. He's in trouble. Point blank. And when Black Rasta says it, it hardly fails. This is Miracles, ABOAGYE, Born in 1985, he went to school in Swedru and then was able to pick up a string of degrees around Accra and beyond. He's a very brilliant chap. My brother, my sister, there was a time he was the boss of a certain outfit for 2 solid years in the days of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, this outfit was based right there at the presidency. They call it the Inter-Committee, whatever, on decentralization. This is the guy. Normally, when they want to steal, they give you a name that nobody can pronounce. So long, like from here to Wale Wale. And then they hide under the serpentine nature of the maze. And then they are able to amaze you with their kleptocracy. My brother, my sister, this is Miracles ABOAGYE. At this point, investigators are not too happy with him. They think he has stolen a lot of money. They think he has stolen up to about 55 million Ghana cedis and even more. They think that he's been involved in some kind of money laundering as the boss of that inter-committee for whatever on decentralization. For 2 years, he allegedly amassed 55 million. And as it stands right now, it looks like the money is even rising every now and then. The last time we heard about him, his successor, who he fired whilst he was in power as the executive secretary of that serpentine name of an outfit, my brother, my sister, became the boss after his party was booted out of power. My brother. And as he became the boss now, Miracles ABOAGYE allegedly went over to him and told him there was something that had been mentioned, some kind of transaction that he wanted out of the books for obvious reasons. Can I repeat that? Come here. Now, Miracles ABOAGYE was the boss of that inter-committee, whatever, on decentralization for 2 years. Whilst he was there, he sacked some key members of that same outfit. And the reason was that there was no money to pay them. The gentlemen went to court. And then the court decided that no, they couldn't be sacked like that. Close to a year, they were sitting at home. Some of them were relocated into different organizations. And one of them landed at the Lands Ministry. He later became the boss of the same interministerial whatever on decentralization. When Miracles ABOAGYE's party was kicked out, investigations went on into the stewardship of the gentleman, and they realized that a lot of malfeasance had happened. Iyoko was called in to investigate. He was invited to Iyoko a couple of times. Yes, he went there. He behaved himself so well. And then he traveled outside the country. When he arrived, he was nabbed. In other words, picked up by security authorities and sent straight to Iyoko. And Iyoko is Economic and Organized Crime Office. And the boss of Iyoko is that blue suit wearing dude, that guy called Capo di Tutti Capi, One Capore. This is Raymond Archer, very dangerous guy. Now he is the backbone of Ghanaian trends right now as we speak. Iyoko is shaking the waters. Iyoko is picking up the alleged criminals and thieves, and one after the other, they are being jailed. Oh my God. Now, Miracles ABOAGYE was picked up by Iyoko and questioned. Now, his party people, the NPP, went over to Iyoko's offices and started to demonstrate. If it was a genuine demonstration, it would have even been okay. But a lot of the people were drug addicts who were picked up from the ghettos. They even fed them with appetition so they could get high and make more noise. A lot of them finally told us and the whole world how these people hired them just to boost their numbers, to go there and make noise. And it was so embarrassing for this dead political party called the NPP that is still struggling to make numbers. This is Miracles ABOAGYE. Now, when he was granted bail, he went around running his mouth, yabby, 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 like a parrot that just caught Ebola. My brother, my sister, and people warned him and told him, hey, be careful. Wound to me spoke more than you. He is now in jail, suffering from coccidiosis like a mad rabbit. Be careful. And he went quiet a bit. Now, recently, he started talking about, how fuel prices have gone high and blah, 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 blah. And it's interesting. You know why? He was invited by Iyoko. And when he went there, the car that he was driving was a car of interest. It's supposed to be a car that belongs to the state that got into his hands in some funny kind of way. It's a car that was actually picked up wrongly using process that should have gone to the state. Do you understand that? And they picked it up. It's a black Ford F-150. Iyoko picked it up. He had to stop an Uber and get back home. If I were him, I would sit in a trotro so that passengers in the trotro can look at my face, recognize me, and tell me their minds. The more you interact with people in the trotro, people in the public, the more you get to know how your stewardship actually went. But these are people who are used to air-conditioned cars. From air-conditioned homes, they go straight into their air-conditioned cars, get into air-conditioned offices, so their blood is frozen. No wonder it has come out that his assets have been frozen. Come here. Come here. Run the dossier. Watch this. Then it's Miracles ABOAGYE's assets frozen as court confirms Iyoko order. Jesus have mercy. Run the dossier and watch this. Hey. Now the Accra High Court has officially ordered the freezing of 5 bank accounts and 4 landed properties belonging to Dennis Miracles Edward ABOAGYE, according to the graphic online. Now the court granted the asset preservation order on August the 3rd. What is today's date? 2026, following an application filed by the Economic and Organized Crime Office Iyoko. Now, the directive temporarily blocks all financial transactions on their accounts and completely bans the sale, mortgage, or transfer of the properties while anti-graft investigations continue, according to Graphic Online. Did you hear that? And this is a breakdown of the assets. Now, the High Court's ruling specifically targets the following personal holdings linked directly to him. 5 active personal bank accounts have been entirely locked up. 2 distinct landed properties consisting of residential apartments and an independent residential property. Eastern Region Properties, 2 assets comprising a designated house and a separate parcel of land. That's SHATTA WALE. This is Dennis Miracles ABOAGYE. My brother, my sister, we broke this news. We told you exactly what happened. Today, my brother, my sister, we have the exclusives right here. And I'm glad to be the bearer of this news. Now, Miracles ABOAGYE has houses right there at Ajingano. How many of them? 1, 2, and a 3rd one. He has 3 houses at Ajingano. Look at the house. 3. Look at where they are sitting. This is what is called a secret roof. This is a mansion. He built this, my brother, my sister, in less than 6 months. One of them, my brother, my sister, was almost sold at the time that investigators started to freeze this via the courts. This is Miracles ABOAGYE's Adringono mansion. And this is next to Jerry John Rawlings' house, right there inside Adringono. It's a top-class area in Accra. 3 of them. And that's what you see. Then on the Spintex Road, he has a modest one, which is not that modest. It is hot. On the Spintex Road, my brother, my sister, right here in Accra, this is that house. Spintex Road. This is the house. That is Miracles ABOAGYE. Politician. 2 years in the office of the president in that outfit known as the interministerial whatever on decentralization. He built this. As if that was not enough. He has a mansion sitting right there inside his hometown in Latte. That's the mansion. Hey, if you look at it like this, you wouldn't appreciate it so much. You know, some of these people, they like to be on the hill and smell good air so they can look down on all of us who are the grassroots. They call us the grassroots, not for fun. They know what it means. My brother, my sister, anytime they spit, it lands on our heads. No wonder a lot of us are bald-headed. It's the toxic nature, the acid nature of their spit. This is the mansion. Can I take you inside the mansion? Are you ready? Look at it. This is the mansion. Look at it. Look at the floor. Look at the finishing. Jesus have mercy. Look at the walls. Look at the flowers. My God have mercy. And look at it. This is Miracles ABOAGYE's Latte house. And look at where it is situated. My God have mercy. That is not all. Watch this. Look at the wall finishing. Look at the things on the wall. Now you ask him, what kind of work has he really done to be able to get this? He has a few companies. My brother, I do not want to go too much into where I am not supposed to go. But we are told, we hear around that contracts were given to family and friends for kickbacks. Money was siphoned from left, right, and center. One of those contracts was what he allegedly went to tell that guy who took over from him. Oh, please, take this one out. Don't include it. Miracles ABOAGYE is in trouble. A government worker in a political office within 2 years has been able to build these houses, amass money. My brother, my sister, this is Miracles ABOAGYE. At a point, he was heard telling investigators, oh, this land, my father gave it to me. Which father? Abba Papa. Oh, this land, my father gave it to me, you know. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, Miracles ABOAGYE is in deep trouble. And I'm happy. When the NPP was in power, these were the people who behaved holier than thou. Oh, we are the young guys with the young brains. You know, people were pushing the younger ones so that the old men would actually vacate the seats. This is what the young guys are allegedly doing. nothing will save this man from joining Wontumi in there. This guy is in trouble. Deep trouble. More things are coming up. Almost every day, people are calling investigators and telling investigators, we think this is for him too, that is for him too. We was seen here, he was seen there. My brother, my sister, Nana Addo should be bowing down his head in shame. He was too old to be president and too sick to be president. He should have told us his health condition, just as he told us what he had in terms of assets, so that we would have decided whether to vote him in or not. He spent all his time sleeping whilst he was in power, whilst people like Wontumi took the nation for granted. Whilst a lot of his appointees slapped the economy left, right, and center. Whilst his finance minister busily gave unprofessional haircuts to our heroes and heroines who worked very hard to be able to make some substance, put away for their retirement. They gave them unqualified bald heads, undeserved bald heads from the wicked haircuts that they gave them. Today the man is sitting in America and he says he's been witch hunted. For that matter, he won't come. But I can tell you on authority that he will be here, dead or alive. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Dodo. Spiritual secret. KANTANKA'S funeral by ADWOA SAFO was perfect. AJAGURAJA explains. Wow. Now, how many of us know AJAGURAJA? Have you seen him before? They call him the chop bar SAFO. He's always slaughtering cows and feeding people in his area. I am somebody who loves the spirit, and I love to study. Several years ago, when he had just come, I traveled all the way to wherever his mansion was, or monastery, and I went to pay him a visit. Unfortunately, when I arrived, because I had not told him before arriving, he was not in the house. But his boys called him and told him, oh, Blakk Rasta is here. He said, oh, tell Blakk Rasta that because of him, whatever I'm doing in town, I will stop it and come. I'm actually in Accra, but I'll come. His monastery is somewhere around Koforidua area there, if my memory serves me right. So we waited. And then I took the opportunity to read a lot of things that are written on the wall. Some angels and some things that many people will call demons. And I took the time to research into them, find out which angels these were and all that. And I saw AJAGURAJA in the corner. That's another angel. I said, oh, okay. Fortunately, he came. It was in the evening. I saw a lot of pigeons flying in and out of the house. And I realized that they were being fed. So they had made that place their habitat. He's a very natural man. You have to climb up and go all the way onto the hill before you meet him. In fact, I took my family along. And I remember that some members of my family were not even happy that they had to take off their shoes and wash their legs before going in there. They said, we didn't bargain for this. We're just going to Koforidua and you said, let's pass here. Now they are telling us before we go in, we have to wash our feet and all that, you know? But I convinced everybody to wash their feet. Just come in, man. Let's sit down. So AJAGURAJA finally came somewhere around 6 p.m. And he quickly arranged that they should put me in a hotel with my family. And that later in the evening, he would call me and we'll have a conversation. So, yes, in the evening, he actually called and asked if I had eaten. Oh, he treated me so well. And then he told me that early in the morning, he would have to go back to Accra and finish up whatever he was doing before he heard that I had arrived. But he would come back and meet me. And I told him, Don't worry about it. I will leave, but I'll come another day. So when he left in the morning, we also left from our hotel, and that was it. This is AJAGURAJA. Then he didn't have locks. Maybe my locks inspired him, and he grew his locks too. He's always told me, Blakk Rasta, you are one of my mentors. You see that? This is AJAGURAJA. His real name is Bishop Kwabena Esiama. This is him. His father was a priest, Christian priest. But he says he's not a Christian. He's a spiritualist. But he doesn't believe in Jesus Christ. He believes in AJAGURAJA, the Lord AJAGURAJA. So I decided to find out what really this gentleman means by AJAGURAJA. And the dossier helped. Come here. Run the dossier and watch this. Kai Dudo. AJAGURAJA means warrior of God or warrior king, just like Ghana. You know that's what Ghana means? Yes, that's what Ghana means. Now the name is a combination of two elements, Ajagu, derived from the local Akan spiritual semantics, connoting a warrior, a hunter, or lion-like strength, Ajagu. Raja, derived from Hindi or Indic terminology, meaning king or prince. Now, in Ghanaian popular culture, the name is primarily associated with Bishop Kwabena Esiama, the controversial and charismatic founder of the AJAGURAJA movement, officially named the Universal Spiritual Outreach. This is the man. Now, according to Bishop Esiama, he did not invent the name. He states that AJAGURAJA is the literal name of an angel with whom he claims to interact physically, face to face. He explains that the angel was originally brought to Ghana from Nigeria by early spiritual church groups, the Church of the Lord Aladura movement. When those early factions split up and stopped following the angel's rules, Bishop Esiama claims the spirit came to dwell with him to carry out his work. Now we also have the AJAGURABI counterpart. Now in the movement spiritual theology, the name also has a gendered counterpart. While AJAGURAJA is recognized as the male angel, AJAGURABI is referred to as the female angel. So we have a female and a male. Oh yes. Now, because the name sounds unique to Ghanaian ears, a few alternative linguistic theories exist online. An Anglophone and Spanish blending, some online commentators playfully suggest it sounds like a phonetic local pronunciation of the Portuguese Spanish phrase Anjo da Guarda, which translates directly as guardian angel. This is AJAGURAJA. Dash. Now, AJAGURAJA has been speaking on national issues, sometimes most controversial. The last time we heard about him, he was talking about Chris Waddle, and that he should quickly bring some cows so that some kind of sacrifice will be done for him, or else the FBI may just be on his doorbell to pick him up, just like they did to Abu Trika. He was also heard talking about Abu Trika and what he told Abu Trika to do, but he didn't, and blamed his wife for not doing those things. That was what resulted in Abu Trika being ferried away all the way into the bowels of the FBI in America. He has also spoken about the ever beautiful daughter of Apostle SAFO KANTANKA. And we are talking about ADWOA SAFO. ADWOA SAFO is pretty. I'm told she's a lawyer. She's the baby mother of Kennedy Ejampong, a former MP who decided to aspire to become the president of the nation, but he never scaled the primaries of his party. They have 2 children, I'm told. My brother, my sister, out of wedlock, of course. This is ADWOA SAFO. She's happily married now. She's one of those that will take Ghana for granted anytime they have the opportunity. She got the opportunity to be a minister of gender, social welfare, whatever. She left it, traveled to America. The first 2 weeks she was in America, her accent changed. She stopped eating banku and okra soup and started to eat American pizza in every American breakfast she had. My brother, my sister, Ghanaians were very angry with her when she abandoned the ministry. And the president at the time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, one of the lousiest presidents we have had in this nation, was so embarrassed he had to kick her out. Later when she came, she apologized to her party and the president, not to all Ghanaians. So you see their level of thinking. Oh, I was put in there by my party. So whatever happens, I need to apologize to my party and not the good people of Ghana. You see the level of thinking. Her own constituency kicked her out. They were tired of the fanfooling. So she's no longer an MP. Oh, but she has a lot of respect, borrowed respect, because of her father, the great SAFO Kantanka. The man, they said, died at the age of 118, even though official figures have brought that down. This is SAFO Kantanka. Apostle SAFO Kantanka. He died. Now, to those who don't know this man, run the dossier and watch this. Hey. Apostle Kojo SAFO Kantanka was born on the 26th of August 1948 and died on the 11th of September 2025. He was a legendary Ghanaian religious leader, inventor, industrialist, and self-taught engineer. Affectionately known across the continent as the Star of Africa, he founded the Crystal Asafo Mission and Kantanka Automobile to promote African self-reliance through local technological and industrial innovation. He passed away peacefully at the age of 77 on September 11, 2025. Other sources say, including his memorial document, that he died at the age of 117 or 118, 119, 113, I'm told. So he went over 100 years, according to his family. But official documents say he passed on at the age of 77. He was born in Bekwai, located in the Ashanti region of Ghana, and he was born to Openyin Ya Safo and Oba Penyin Ya Amwa Nima. Oh yes, my brother, my sister. And some family statements after his death poetically cited a birth year of 1912. That was what I was just talking about. That meant that he died at the age of 113, as you can see here. But the historical records that we have show that he was actually born in 1948. But the family likes to go by the 1912 date of birth, which gives him a certain legendary status, mystical status. Flip. This is Apostle Kojo SAFO Kantanka. Now, as a boy, he showed an incredible natural talent for engineering, crafting miniature cars, helicopters, and mechanical toys out of basic sticks and stones. He received basic education and later enrolled at the Ghana Technical Works Institute in Kumasi to study engineering. He followed this with a 3-year stint working as a welder at the Volta Aluminium Company, aka Valco. In 1969, he formed a small prayer group that officially transformed into the Crystal Asafo Mission of Ghana in 1971. His ministry was highly unique, yes, because it blended Christian theology with practical technical education. He famously taught his congregation that the Holy Spirit does not just give spiritual gifts, but also endows human minds with the capacity to create, manufacture, and innovate. Now, driven by a Pan-African philosophy of complete economic and industrial independence, Apostle SAFO established the Kantanka Group of companies. His landmark achievements include the Kantanka Automobile, some people say automobile, founded in 1994. The company began manufacturing and later assembling rugged commercial vehicles, trucks, and luxury SUVs, such as the Onantifo and Omama, especially designed to withstand harsh African terrains. He gained national fame for inventing electronic appliances that could be voice controlled, clap on and clap off, or activated by just human breath. Wow. This is Apostle Kojo SAFO Kantanka. He designed organic agricultural tools, excavators, and even prototype military armored personnel carriers to showcase local industry capacity. Apostle SAFO was heavily celebrated for his extensive humanitarian work. He opened free vocational and technical training schools for the youth, funded hospitals, and made immense annual food and financial donations to orphanages across Ghana. For his contributions to national development and advancement, the Ghanaian government honored him with the Order of the Volta in 2007, alongside several honorary doctorates. This is Apostle Kojo SAFO Kantanka. His passing in late 2005 left behind a massive industrial empire. Today, his legacy continues to be carried on by his children, including the prominent politician Honorable Sarah Ajua SAFO and Kojo SAFO Kantanka Jr., a.k.a. Akofena, who manages the automotive brand, Dash. Now, my brother, this is Apostle SAFO Kantanka. But when he died, there were controversies. A lot of controversies. In fact, he was more controversial in death than when he was alive. It started with the family fighting, firing shots. Some were hospitalized because of gunshots and pellets that got lodged in people's heads. My brother, my sister. Then came Kwesi Pratt Jr., who said this man was actually no philanthropist. He was a slave driver because he worked his church members so hard, yet he left behind the whole empire to his family and not the church members. Remember, we carried that story. He had the biggest cocoa farm in the whole Ghana. When he died, the controversies started coming in like a river that had burst its banks. Come here. Run the dossier. Watch the controversies. Oh my God. Apostle Kojo SAFO Kantanka's legacy faces several major controversies, ranging from allegations of deceptive engineering to an ongoing violent family feud, violent, over his estate and church leadership following his death in the late 2025. Number one of the controversies, Chinese rebadging allegations. The biggest blow to his reputation was an inventor the biggest blow to his reputation as an inventor came when automotive experts and journalists discovered that Kantanka vehicles were not fully designed or invented in Ghana. Investigations revealed that Kantanka Automobile was largely importing complete knockdown, that's CKD kits, from the Chinese manufacturer Chang'an Automobile, specifically Chongqing Chang'an. He imported them, complete knockdown, and then he assembled them. Flip. My brother, my sister, that was one of the biggest controversies. Now, critics accuse the company of simply rebadging Chinese cars with the Kantanka star logo, while the company later admitted to partnering with Chang'an for parts. The revelation deeply hurt the public image as a pure African inventor. That was when a lot of people started to move away and called him deceptive. Now, oh, this man is only importing Chinese cars disassembled. Then he assembles them, and then he puts that up and he puts his logo on it, calling that made in Ghana. No, this is deceptive. Many people started to move away from him. Scientific skepticism over miracle inventions. Apostle SAFO frequently showcased highly ambitious inventions at his church annual technology exhibitions, many of which were dismissed by the mainstream scientific community. For instance, he claimed to have built military helicopters, combat tanks, and missiles. Military experts noted that those prototypes were largely non-functional cosmetic shells built on top of old truck chassis. Oh my God. And then, none of his complex electronic or mechanical inventions were ever peer-reviewed, patented, or successfully mass-produced for the commercial market, leading critics to label the exhibitions as elaborate public relations stunts. In other words, they were fake. Who have built an armored car, but it's an old car that he has just put a shell on. Or helicopters, something that he has put a shell on just to deceive people. That's what it means. Now, following his death, the bitter power struggle erupted within his church, the Christo Asafo Mission, and his immediate family. And this is what we are most interested in today. In 2024, Apostle Safo reportedly stripped his son, Israel, Kojo Safo Akofena, of his succession rights due to poor management of church businesses. Now, defying a court injunction, a faction of the church installed Akofena as the new leader in June 2026. Yes, the broader Safo family publicly rejected this title. Now, the feud turned violent when armed men opened fire on a vehicle carrying Akofena's older sister, former MP Sarah Adwoa Safo, as she attempted to serve court papers to stop the installation. She was injured in the attack, sparking an ongoing criminal investigation. Now, over the years, critics raised questions about the massive tax holidays and custom duty exemptions Kantanka Automobile received from the Ghanaian government. Rival local businesses argued that the state gave the Kantanka brand unfair financial advantages under the guise of promoting indigenous Ghanaian talent, despite the heavy reliance on imported Chinese components. This is the story. Over the weekend, Adwoa Safo, was dancing. Dancing. She was dancing. She was in red and black, dancing. And of course, whatever she did, like that, slaughtering them, simply meant something. And everyone knew who she was referring to. My brother, my sister, that was what happened. That's it. Three times slaughtered them. K. And all the people around her, hailing her on as she kept slaughtering Akofena. Hey, Chai. She's coming again, no? My God, have mercy. No mercy. Slaughtered Akofena 6 times. 6 times, even his ghost will not resurrect. Hey, the party was beautiful. All the ladies were there. All kinds of shapes were there. Food was served. Drink was served. The whole place was hot. And then, as to how she was able to get the father's corpse, many people wondered. She became the heroine. She had won against Akofena. Her younger brother. The place was packed. And this was done at the Independence Square. You can see the whole place looked like it was a red and black day. Place was packed. In the early hours of even building the sets, people started to troop to the place to find out exactly if this thing was going to happen, or whether the police would be there to fire shots again, or thugs will be there to fire. But it was so peaceful and it was nice. My brother, my sister. But many people ask questions. If, according to the will of the father, his son should inherit him, why did a woman against Asante customs, probably, do this funeral. So we decided to speak with AJAGURAJA, Bishop Kobna Esiama, who has been talking about this incident for a very long time now. And for him, the father actually endorsed it. The father's symbol was the rainbow. And when they were dancing and doing everything, the funeral was going on, it started to drizzle, and then came the rainbow. For him, that was a sign that the father was happy with the funeral, and ADWOA SAFO had been given the spiritual leadership over the funeral, and even more, the estate of the father. We spoke with him a few minutes before we came into the studio. This is AJAGURAJA of the AJAGURAJA movement. Watch this.
Oh, thank you, Blakk Rasta. You see, the father made a will that his son should bury him. That is his father's final will and testament. But looking at ADWOA SAFO's situation and what she did, I think she might be contemplating that if that really was his father's wishes, or maybe the will was tempered with. I have not in her head, but that is what I presume and assume. Because his father, everybody knows his father is like a god to so many people, even to me. So if his father was against what she did, there would have been a calamity, or there would have been an issue surrounding the funeral. Something would have happened, a lightning would have struck, or something would have happened that would show people or let everybody know that the father was displeased with what the daughter was doing. So since nothing of that sort happened, I can't fault ADWOA SAFO. She wanted the best for the family, and she wanted the best for the father.
Wow. But what do you think the spiritual implication is going to be now that the son, the other brother, also wants to have a funeral and all that? How many funerals?
That I don't think that is going to happen. Trust me, that ain't going to happen, because ADWOA SAFO is like a man. You understand? And she's the eldest. And the father was with ADWOA SAFO when he died. So nobody knows what he told ADWOA SAFO. Now, Blakk, you see, when somebody dies on you, you are the last known person that saw him or her. So the actual intent of the person will be made known to the one who saw him last. And in this situation, it was ADWOA SAFO who saw the father last. And what did the father tell ADWOA SAFO? For ADWOA SAFO to have that courage, to have that boldness, to have that zeal, to have that fire burning in her heart to do that, to do what she did. And surprisingly, what ADWOA SAFO did has taught me a lot of lesson. That when you have power, you have sense, you have money, trust me, the world is in your fingertips. Well, nobody knew how the body left transition to that place. I was amazed. I was baffled to realize the fact that the body was transported from transition to the funeral ground without anybody, any soul knowing, not even Osebo. So I'm perplexed. I'm perplexed. But the spirituality of the matter is complex. So because I believe in KANTANKA'S legacy, I believe in KANTANKA'S spirit, that if he was displeased with what the daughter did, he would have shown a sign. He would have shown a sign.
What kind of sign would you have envisaged?
You see, the rainbow, KANTANKA always appears with a rainbow. And now, when they were conducting the funeral, the rainbow appeared. The rainbow appeared, and it rained. You see, and everybody who came for the funeral, there were no casualties, there were no deaths, there were no nothing. So it shows you that the man was not displeased, because something would have happened. Trust me on that.
This is AJAGURAJA. It's made it clear. He said the rainbow came. And the rainbow is the symbol of the Father. Showers of blessing. For him, if the Father was displeased, there would have been some thunder that would take lives. Maybe some fire outbreak. Something. Was he trying to say that because of the violence that we witnessed at our Kofina's installment, that was a disagreement by the Father, and that Ajua SAFO should be the heir to the legacy or the throne of Apostle Kojo SAFO? Whatever it is, in our country, we are more interested in the dead than the living. When people are alive, we don't really pay attention to them. We hardly even visit them. But when they die, they all of a sudden become more than just important. I'm not saying that this was what it was with Apostle Kojo SAFO, but in most of the cases, people don't really regard you. They don't have your welfare at heart, but the moment you die, it's an opportunity for them to wear their most fashionable funeral clothes to the place, drink and have a lot of sex, and fake some crying so that you'll be sent home. A lot of the time, it is there to network for business. A lot of the time, they are just there to have sex and drink. A lot of the time, it is for them to find suitors, husbands and wives, or girlfriends and boyfriends. To Apostle Kojo SAFO, we thank you for the wonderful things you did for Ghana. Yes. And we pray that you journey very well. And to the family, I hope that this brings a finality to the whole talk. Push and pull. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have more. Hey, ya! What you? Kai! Wayo!
Sometimes you just need a moment for yourself, a moment to slow down, feel the water, and let the day fade. Tesori is more than just a shower. It's a moment of pure calm, smooth, creamy, and relaxing. With forest therapy, Persian dream, royal oud, thalassotherapy, ikigai, fior di loto, and karma, all in convenient 500 milliliter bottles. There's a Tesori scent to fit every mood, every moment, every kind of you. Feel the lather on your skin. Breathe in the aroma. Let stress melt away and just enjoy the calm. You don't just feel clean. You feel refreshed, confident, and yourself. Tesori d'Oriente. Luxury is a feeling. For bulk purchases, contact Daddy Ash Limited on 0244 772599.
Tesori d'Oriente.
Black Pot, Kukushonemo.
It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Please, let me invite you one more time. Please, 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 please. Subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Story number 3. Watch this. Truthful Mahama won't entertain dangerous third-term agenda. Wow. Truthful Mahama won't entertain dangerous third-term agenda. And this is General Mosquito talking. Asiedun Ketia. Wow. Now, Asiedun Ketia certainly has presidential ambitions as rumored around. There was a time a prophet said, long before this third-term agenda came up, that a time would come when Mahama would be seeking a third term. In fact, people would push him. And that Asiedun Ketia would be the next president on condition that when that time comes, he should keep mute and say nothing about the third term. Because if he goes ahead to talk about the third term, Mahama would be angry with him and support somebody else who would step into his shoes, push him out, and rather become president. But Asiedun Ketia will not heed that warning. Now, probably he's so itchy to become president. And he thinks that if he keeps quiet, things are going to overwhelm him. This is Asiedun Ketia, a.k.a. General Mosquito. He's worked quite hard for the party. He came from another party and then joined the NDC. And he has worked very hard. And now, Asiedun Ketia, a.k.a. General Mosquito, is well respected in the party. He and Fifi Kwete are so much against the so-called third-term agenda. What is the third-term agenda? In Ghana, you run twice for president. In other words, you become president for 2 terms, and each term is 4 years. And after that, you are done. You can't run again. Now, Mahama came, completed the presidential term of his mentor, John Evans Atta Mills. It was just about 6 months or so. He completed that. And then he stood on his own and won. After he won, that was supposed to be his first term. Then he stood again and lost. He stood again and lost. Twice. And then the third one, he won. Many are saying, if it has to be applied or applicable to the law, they have to be 2 terms on the trot. After this, the next one. But when you take the first one and break, no, it's still considered one. When you win again. Now the matter has gone to the Supreme Court. A Ghanaian has taken it to the court so that the Supreme Court would be able to interpret this. People like Kwesi Pratt Jr. are so much against a third term, and they said they would vehemently fight the third term. Many well-wishers of John Dramani Mahama have told him point blank that it will be good for him to step aside. After all, he's already building a beautiful legacy. The president himself has said it. I'm not interested in what Ghanaians have been giving me. I've read the Constitution, and for me, I think it's clear. Ghanaians have given me 1 term, and after that, that's it. I'm gone. But many people want Mahama to return for a third term because they think his government is doing so well. They think that he came to rescue the nation from the claws of the NPP. They also believe that he's the most marketable when it comes to the NDC right now. They don't see Asiedu Nketia as marketable. Neither do they see any other person in the party as marketable as John Dramani Mahama. But should marketability override the Constitution? Mahama says no. They are waiting for what the Supreme Court would say. Even if the Supreme Court says, oh yes, you can have a third term, Mahama would have to decide whether he wants it or not. Now, this is what is giving Asiedu Nketia sleepless nights. He can't sleep. Probably he's in a hurry to be president. Some people have said it's not a presidential material. And he's always asked them, what does a presidential material look like? Asiedu Nketia says he is a presidential material, even though he has never come out to say that he's interested in being president. Why would people say that he has that ambition? He's the chairman of their party. Yes, the national chairman. People respect him. They think he has worked very hard. But many believe that he is not a presidential material. He should just remain the party's chairman and stay there and be the father of the party as it stands. But no, it doesn't look like Asiedu Nketia, the general of all the mosquitoes, is ready to retire from sucking the blood of the masses. So he has granted an interview. And in that interview, you can read sarcasm into what he said. He's putting the onus on Mahama. If you are truly truthful, don't think about a third term. That's what I can deduce from this interview that he granted. Watch this.
Third term agenda. Third term agenda. Sa subject no nye subject kitwa sese yedidi agro.
Okay.
But the way a man for a debate ho asem no. Akwa akoye say yedi aye personalities. So omo de abeya in President Mahama ko mu say wa obeka say wo petetem no na ope Mahama asem. Wa obeka say wo petetem no na che say wo time Mahama. A very dangerous ejuma omo ye.
Okay.
So na MPP for so I started Mahama ni term agenda ntini ye chese womu pese ye for so the campaign message.
Okay.
So na President Mahama mo kana semu wa ba be ka say onye interested. Na nipa no si onye interested. Na wo say makoko to say me kwehye no amanaye. Na uteti asofo no binum a asi wo tete maja me kura me dia bamba bi o say sofo bi ka say eyi me de me ba me ka say me gina presidential eyi a obi antimi bitimi na de be ha me an say tete Mahama ne tete agenda no me mfa ma no ntum me de ma no tumpe me che say ebe say ade no kura ama Mahama de abufu akosupport abranti bi ama na bebitimi na me ni prophecy mu hunu mu.
Okay.
But we prophecy I make me bisa question kakra say nipa no a ono wabeka say ade no ompe menso menyantu manum to say mekoba bia na menkoba bi.
Okay.
Na wahwe mu aka say me Asiedu Nketia nko a asemu ya ba die eno ye ba ko de tosu mi nu nso no de enyina so a ye gina so aye campaign na ye mamu no Ghana fo so agi atum no ade ba ko pa ni se Ghana fo gi tum se President Mahama ye no kwafo onti se baumia enti o ka asem a he means it.
Okay.
So Now, what prophecy? We say, wow, himself, President Mahama, because of your interest. We say, I say, don't get your dear Kokambia. Nature say, Mahama Bubefuno. Na wako akofa abrante biama ono abejina. Enti na sem no we prophecy no mu a na che say either say Mahama nye no kwafo say o kan no abonten say onko no owo ade bi pa bi wo suma say obekọ.
Okay.
Eno na be ma say asedu nkati akoka bi a obenya bufuo di ama asedu nkati anya sa. Ghana force nim say President Mahama kan okre. Eno no so abekasi. Enti Saudi prophecy e be create impression bi say President Mahama kan asem ba ko da Ghana fo. Eno osan wo bi wo suma se ase ukobo so a eno nti obenya ho abufu a na President Mahama na nimu nyamye no na opese odi twitwiri fam.
Okay.
General Mosquito, a.k.a. Asedu Nketia. He's worked very hard for the party. Oh, yes. And he's made it clear that Mahama speaks the truth. But when a wise man listens to what he has said, he's totally against the third term. And he's against those who are pushing the third term. And he's against the prophet who uttered that prophecy and said, when it comes to that time, shut up. And if you shut up, Ghanaians would fight for you. Mosquitoes cannot keep quiet. General Mosquito says, why should I keep quiet? The prophet is trying to say that Mahama is not truthful. But at the time that the prophet made those utterances, I think it was Prophet Roger who made that utterance. My brother, my sister, Mahama hadn't said that he was not going to have a third term. But Asedu Nketia has made it point blank. Mahama is a truthful guy. He's not like Baumia. Once he says he doesn't want a third term, he's not going to have a third term. Therefore, they should leave the playing field for them so that they will carry the mantle and move on. I want to see how this third term thing is going to end. I'm interested in it. I want to see how it will end. This is a make or break for the NDC. Whatever decision is taken is a make or break. If Mahama doesn't go for the third term, maybe they will not win the election. If he goes for the third term, aggrieved parties will be angry and might decide that they will hate the party. So it is a situation that is caught between a hard place and the devil. In all things, the Constitution must remain supreme. I'm glad they have gone to the Supreme Court for the Supreme Court to say what it is. In the interim, Mahama himself is saying, no, me I understand that this is my last term. Unless the Supreme Court says something. And even with that, I am still Mahama and I have to decide whether I want it or not. When we get there, we'll cross the bridge. To Asedu Nketia. Shoo! It's a blackpot, a.k.a. Kukushu. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we have a final story. Hey ya! Hey you! Kai! Wayo!
back and stay safe. The National Petroleum Authority is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from overturned fuel tankers at accident scenes. Do not get closer to the scene in an attempt to take videos or pictures. Inhaling the petroleum product is detrimental to your health. Worst of all, petroleum products are volatile and highly flammable, and a small spark can trigger a catastrophic explosion, causing deaths and loss of property. Call the Ghana Fire Service or Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene, or reach the National Petroleum Authority's contact center on 0302 550 380. Your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. The Save a Life campaign is from the National Petroleum Authority.
Build and new opportunities are opening up. And if you're African or part of the African diaspora, you really don't want to sit this one out, because this could be one of the greatest opportunities for our generation. And before you say, I don't know anything about technology, that's okay. Everyone can learn. Even if you're starting with no background in AI, you could be in the medical field, the financial field, a student, anything or anyone you don't, or just basically somebody looking for new direction. That's why we here at PATRIOT Solutions, a USA-based company, is offering a 12-week artificial intelligence governance professional course, all online. You will learn about AI governance, AI risk. You will learn about prompt engineering, AI agents, RAG, and then responsible AI. The classes start.
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
AKA Kuku Shonemo. And here we speak truth to power. I invite you one more time, please subscribe to the channel and then hit on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. This is the headquarters of the truth. It's the Blackpot, AKA Kuku Shonemo, where we speak truth to power. Story number 4. Watch this. Greedy promoter Dennis messed up my SHATTAFEST. SHATTA WALE mad. Hey, over the weekend, SHATTA WALE got so angry, so crazy. He had been preparing for the SHATTAFEST. Now, SHATTAFEST, my brother, my sister, has been happening in Ghana. Now, he wanted to take it to the UK, and that was the flyer. SHATTAFEST UK, Saturday, the 1st of August, 2026, at Copt Hall, Playing Fields, London. My brother, my sister, this was what was supposed to be happening. SHATTA WALE was going to London to do his SHATTAFEST. He's not new to London. He's played in London a couple of times. But this time round, he was moving SHATTAFEST all the way to London. But the organizers are so well known for what is known as Ghana in the Park. That's it. Ghana Party in the Park. Ghana Party in the Park. This is what they've been doing over the years. They bring so many different artists to play. SHATTA WALE himself has ever played there. But this time around, he told them point blank, I am the headliner, not just the headliner. I am also the man bringing SHATTAFEST from Ghana to the UK. Do this, do that, do this, do that. His manager, Sammy Flex, flew to London a couple of times just to make sure that everything was in place. SHATTA WALE himself was in London a few weeks back on a promotional tour of SHATTAFEST. This is something he has never done. This time around, he went to London and told them, I am coming for SHATTAFEST. It's not going to be your ordinary Ghana party in the park. It's going to be SHATTAFEST. The whole place will be shattered. And truly, the place was shattered. Oh yes, he flew in a private jet with a few members. They landed in London, went straight up, getting ready for the concert. The whole thing started. Oh my God. And then fire. The main organizer is called Dennis Tewia. This is Dennis Tewia. He's a nice gentleman. Not many people get along with him. People like Stoneboy don't really want to hear of him. They think that he is sabotaging anything entertainment they try to do in England because he sees that as his territory. And therefore, any intruder in his territory must be dealt with. But he looks like a fine gentleman. I have never met him, but I believe I've spoken with him once or twice before. This is Dennis Tewia. He is the boss of Ghana Party in the Park. He relocated into the UK in the 80s. Why don't I run you a dossier? Come here. Run the dossier and watch this. Kai. Now, Dennis Tewia is a prominent Ghanaian entertainment mogul, event promoter, and the founder and CEO of Aquaba Ghana, formerly Aquaba UK. Over a career spanning more than 2 decades, he has established himself as arguably the most influential promoter of African entertainment and culture across Europe. He is best known for creating mega diaspora events such as the Ghana Party. In the Park, as they say party, we say party. Now, he was born in Osu, Accra, Ghana on May 14, 1970, 4 years ahead of Blakk Rasta. He attended Achimota Primary School in Accra. He played competitive Colts football for local teams including Osu Standfast and Team Harbour City. He moved to the United Kingdom in the early 80s, as you were told earlier. This is Dennis Tewia. Yes, of the Ghana Party in the Park fame. He played a monumental role in institutionalizing African music on UK radio by helping secure platforms for DJs like DJ Abrantier on Choice FM. Now, through the Aquaba Group, Tewia pioneered several high-profile annual event brands like Ghana Party in the Park, one of the largest annual outdoor festivals celebrating Ghanaian music, food, and culture in London. He also has the Miss Ghana UK, a prestigious beauty pageant celebrating the intelligence and cultural heritage of young British Ghanaian women. And then diaspora tourism organizes regional tours and holiday packages such as Ghana Escape or Ghana Escape, Brunch and Vibes, and official Ghana UK independence celebrations. He does that. Attended Stoke Newington Secondary School in London and later pursued professional marketing courses. In fact, initially dropped out of school to pursue professional football. When that did not materialize, he transitioned into music as a DJ, adopting the moniker Radical D. That's it. D as in Dennis. Now, he co-founded and promoted African cultural events under the entertainment group 90%, breaking boundaries for African music in UK venues. He left the group to establish Aquaba Promotions, which evolved into the Aquaba Group, creating dedicated platforms for Ghanaian and African diaspora integration. This is Dennis Tewia. He also has the Guba Award, honored with a special achievement award at the Ghana UK-based Achievement Awards in 2012 for his lifetime contribution to the African entertainment in the UK. Yes, he has a Guba Award under his belt. He's widely commended by industry heavyweights, including Ghana's Deputy Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mark Okekumante, then for his unmatched patriotism and showbiz contributions. Did you hear that? Patriotism and showbiz what? Contributions. This is the guy. But not many people think that he's that patriotic, especially amongst artists like Stonebwoy Benetton. He has a few controversies around him, and one of those is the SHATTAFEST. Run the dossier. This is Dennis Tewia. As a high-profile promoter, Dennis Tewia and the Aquaba Group have navigated several public disputes, logistical setbacks, and friction with major African music artists over the years. On August 1, 2026, the flagship Ghana Party in the Park rebranded for the edition as SHATTAFEST UK at Copthall playing fields in Barnet, London, and it was abruptly shut down by the Metropolitan Police. Now, a small fire broke out near the gates, requiring a temporary closure. Upon reopening, a massive crowd surge and stampede occurred due to severe overcrowding. My brother, my sister, that was what happened. Now, multiple fans collapsed. Over 20 people required medical assistance and 3 people were hospitalized. The event was officially called off on health and safety grounds, which the Aquaba Group publicly called deeply upsetting. Now, the chaos intensified when headliner Shatta Wale did not perform. Reports emerged that his team demanded a last-minute helicopter transfer to avoid road travel due to health reasons, which Aquaba organizers declined as it violated the initial agreement. Shatta Wale subsequently called out Ghanaian promoters for not treating local artists with the same respect as international acts. That's Shatta Wale. So Stonebwoy also believes that this man has been sabotaging him for some time. But the helicopter issue was some time ago when Shatta wanted to be sent via helicopter to another event by the same promoter. And once it didn't happen, he cancelled it. But at SHATTAFEST this year, there was nothing like any helicopter. There was only one helicopter that was an ambulance that was carrying people who were injured and flying them over to hospitals for medical attention. My brother, my sister, SHATTAFEST was shattered. Why was it cancelled? There was a fire that emerged from a gas stove. They were trying to control it. Yes, they did control it after some time. Because of that, they paused the entry. And when they finally opened it, many more people had gathered. And push and pull, there was a stampede. As you can see, my brother, my sister, look at the people pushing each other. These are people who are paying so much money. Most of them were there to see Shatta Wale at SHATTAFEST, who himself was ready for action. Look at the stampede. Many people fell. Can you see? And many people carried them. See some white guys trying to rescue some people. Look at them. People are falling to the ground. People were stepping on them. 20 of them collapsed. Some have been hospitalized. There was this helicopter that came around, hovering, whirring all over the place. And you can see that helicopter that came in as the air ambulance at SHATTAFEST to be able to carry injured people. Then the police announced to the crowd that, you know what? This thing has been shut down. We are not going to have it. That's the policeman talking to them. Let's listen to him in the British accent. Watch this.
Cancelled. The event's cancelled. Too many people here.
Too many people.
Too many people. The event's been cancelled. You get your money back. Not today, madam.
Too many people. Like how? Too many people because. Come on, man.
Go home. Yeah? Please go home. I know it's the crowd's absolutely manic. We need people to stop moving out.
What was the reason?
It's getting shut. This is closing now. So
What was the reason? What's the reason?
Because there's been incidents happening. We can't have it.
Damn.
There's incidents happening, so they can't continue. So they have to cancel the show.
That is crazy.
Too many people were tickets oversold. Did they oversell tickets? Now we placed a call to the manager of SHATTA WALE. He's my very good friend, and his name is Sammy Flex. And we asked him 4 very important questions. Number 1, why did they shut down the thing? Why is SHATTA WALE so angry with a particular promoter called Dennis Teria? Then Bongo Ideas is calling for the head of Sammy Flex because he thinks he didn't do a good job. He should have known that, oh, there was something happening, and therefore, he should have told his artist. But at the time that there was chaos, he didn't know. He was now making his way to the place. And therefore, he asked for SHATTA WALE to sack Sammy Flex. And finally, would the event be rescheduled or not? These were the 4 questions we put forward to Sammy Flex. Watch this.
All right, so in simple understanding, the show was cancelled because according to advice from the police, I'm talking about the London Metropolitan Police and the licensing office, the situation on the grounds was getting out of control because of overcrowding at the entry point of the show. The organizers started with, I think, 2 main entry points, but at the time, they had to use just 1. And because of that, there were a lot of people, over 1,000 people at the gate. And knowing it was getting to time where nobody would be allowed entry, the situation was getting worse. Everybody wanted to push in there. And I'm sure at that time, when they realized that situation and there was that stampede because of the rush, to them, their security, health, and safety concern that came to them, they decided to call off the show and to let the organizers put a stop to everything. So in simple terms, that was how come the show was cancelled. Well, Shatta as an artist is not happy with what happened to the show and more especially his fans. Those who know Shatta very well are aware how passionate he is about the well-being of his fans, about the fact that anytime he has a show, his fans are prime concern, or his fans should be the prime concern of the event. So knowing that some people are hurt, knowing that some people are injured, definitely he wasn't happy. And to him, he knows that someone was handling the show. So if someone was handling the show and this thing happened, then obviously the person should just accept blame for us to move on. I'm sure it is the reason we've seen some videos where he came online, obviously not happy, obviously terrified by the situation, and of course telling the organizers that this is something that they should check next time, anytime they want to do something like this with him. For Bongo Ideas, I think he's a cloud chaser. He's one of those guys who would want to take advantage of every situation online to just look for some attention. And it is one of those things. He has realized that, okay, something has happened and he can take advantage of it. It is the reason he would come out and be speaking that kind of language, because those who understand events, especially in London, they understand that the event was not managed by a Sammy Flex. I was not the overseer of the event. And then again, because I had my time of coming to function at the event, that was when I even got the information on my way to the event. So whoever understands this will not come online and say Sammy Flex is the cause. How can Sammy Flex be a cause of it? So in short, Bongo Ideas is just a cloud chaser, chasing clouds everywhere he goes to. And we can permit him to do it until that day comes when he will fall into another trouble. He will learn some sense from it. So the way forward is to wait till when time is right. Then I'm sure SHATTA WALE, the team, and whoever will be doing this in the near future will do this, because if you understand it, events are not a one-man thing. You cannot say you are doing an event alone. Definitely someone will play a role somewhere. So I'm sure as early as possible, we are hoping for those who have been affected. We are waiting for the council to finish with their investigation. And when all those things are settled, I'm sure we'll go back to the drawing table to see how best we can still give Londoners a show, because what we saw, it shows the impact of Shatta Wale in London. It shows how huge he is as a brand in London. So we cannot let that go unnoticed. Definitely, we would have to come back and give them another big show, and that will be done as early as possible, we hope.
Samiba Flex, oh my God, well spoken. Well, Shatta Wale himself has been ranting as usual, and he has called the promoter greedy. Shatta Wale is not happy. He has spoken. Watch this.
He bring Obi one guy fry pan, Baba, me boo rough. So that you put why? Show they do then somebody bring gas cylinder. Hey, the people brought that because you lied to them that it was a party in the park. You lied to the fans, one, and you lied to the council and the people with the organize the event, two. That is why they kept telling you. Why? Or maybe they thought this is a caterer. Hey, they might show somebody carry oil where they go fire yam. You can't set up fire for my car. But I see those people. Anyway, I can go social and see somebody they can't fry proper. Or maybe won't fry watermelon. Me. What kind of life be that? That's why you put the fee. Perform for this O2 the people that know you. Maybe because as Sakure said they can't do this in O2 they talk for them say, I hope you guys are not going to bring copots. I hope some of you are not going, your people are weird. Somebody will bring salmon. We'll be there, or somebody will bring pepper soup. What kind of life be this? How much? Why? What life be this? Shatta Wale show. You make cylinder blast. Hey, I don't see this long for Charlie. People, you like to Ghana musicians. Wow. You understand? And Ghana musicians, sometimes you give these people the chance, they do show. Then it's not be like any Ghana musician. Shouts to every Ghana musician, every day do your hard work. I know they envy you or anything. You understand me? Why they talk the truth. Anyway, you go fit take service, come on for that. You understand me? I be different. Like, I'm with God. The thing I'm doing in the gospel, why people just they say like, I can't do. But Jesus Christ, they be so here you go people will talk. Jesus Christ. But if so, why Jesus Christ, so like they work, somebody say, look at this guy, say it's God's son. That's how the world is. God don't make me like the way you want to see me and just do this thing. How can you behave like that? Why don't you tell the people the truth? What type of show? The event house that organized this white people with their like proper brains, polished brains that help black men to grow. Why didn't you tell them? The calls they were making to tell you that the artists they bring come no, it be high security risk artists. You don't listen to them because they see me like, oh, yeah, let me there. It's like all the artists. Hey, I keep telling you people every time, but people don't want to listen. That's why I play demigod for you, make you understand. But my man called God, oh. So we talk to God. So anything I go talk. If you're not happy. But let's be God want no one make you happy. But if I talk into your life, you go happy. You understand me? Like the way I prayed for my fans yesterday. I tell God, make it visit everybody, touch everybody. I go fit do show, then people come, then some people today online, they talk anything they want, and then you know some people there, them they Jimena, because they see Shatta Wale that they want it. Ghana, we see social media like we all they compare also. So everybody, if you can talk, somebody matter. Some of you did there, like I said, you waste your time out for life, so you won't take social media revive your life. But you grow. Man, you grow. Even though they will talk basa Shatta Wale, car go knock you. Me if I talk to car go knock you. You understand me? Man, you understand me? The nonsense things, some narrations you people won't put in your head and feel say you go fight. Me are there, you know if you fight me. Me I don't fight anybody for the world though. That's why physically you know fight, spiritually you know if you fight me. Because I go can pass. Where you don't know say I can't pass. Me I go can pass. Which kind of life be this? You they do show for long. Every time you put they do show, and you see you people mess up this thing so much that you make the fans say no they understand. Bring me my team, come. You pass my back, you people do visa for back. If I don't know all those things. But I know all those things. That's me. The Ghana artists way every day if they come and they pack visa for you. Some of you they make you they take flight. They come London, they go past Iraq. This is the end result of it. The whole Shatta Wale. You boys for Ghana said they play my show at the fried buffalo before. Or you guys this like I do this on the summer say he bring Ovi one guy fry pan on. Baba, me boo rough. So that you put why show they do then somebody bring gas cylinder. Gas cylinder. Hey. The people brought that because you lied to them that it was a party in the park. You lied to the fans, one. And you lied to the council and the people with the organize the event, too. That is why they kept telling you that the artists they bring can be high security risk artists. Or if you say white body, if you say white man, one white man tell you something, don't play. Because blacks know they think far. Black the highest thing you go think, you see, me, I want get money and make come for life. We
Well, he goes ahead to talk about the fact that the promoter is greedy. Because of greed, he didn't want to tell the people it was not Ghana party in the park. And he messed up his show by bringing people there to come and fry pawpaw and also fry buffroat and bring gas cylinder. What a shame. He said that is why you can't go and play at O2. He didn't know that people were even there pounding fufu. It's Ghana party in the park. And he goes ahead to also say in the tape, which is quite lengthy, he said, hey, you Dennis, you are greedy. You are very, very greedy. Ghana party in the park has its own problems. So many problems. And you want to use my SHATTAFEST to revive it. That is the end result. Well, people were busily pounding for food there. And why it's beautiful to go to an event where you can eat Ghanaian food and all that. But Shatta Wale says, no, this is not Ghana party in the park. You should have just made it an event without the pounding of fufu, cold pots, fires and all that. And he calls the promoter greedy. He says the promoter underrated him. When he told the man, even the police told the promoter that this is a high-risk artist. So you need to get the place, under control. At the time we checked, they said the place had been sold out. But did they oversell the tickets? Or what really happened? Is Shatta Wale going back there? Well, as his manager said, they will plan and come back again to satisfy the fans. But Shatta will take his full money, as usual, and he will fly back. And that tells us that Shatta Wale is truly a big artist in the UK as well, not only in Ghana. And it's about time we put some kind of respect on him outside Ghana and encourage him to go and play in bigger venues like the Nigerians do and some other such artists. This could open a big gate for all other artists in Ghana and maybe Africa as a whole. Congratulations to Shatta Wale and the SHATTAFEST, and of course to Dennis. I'm sure we have learned our lessons, and next time things will be better. Shatta says, at my event, don't fry bullfruit, don't fry pawpaw. If you had seen the Fufu people there, I'm sure he would have said something else. In the interim, there's Calm. Vibes Cartel was also in London, and he played yesterday, and it was beautiful and nice. Heavy crowd, no eventualities, nothing. It meant that there was a problem with the promotion, the promoters, and the security they had at Ghana Party in the Park Stroke SHATTAFEST. Next time, I believe we'll do a better job. It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. At this point, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. All right, now let's see your comments, and we are out of here. Our numbers are still scrolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Maybe you have a story you want us to follow up on. We are more than just excited to do that. Okay? Joshua Asiedu says, good evening. Nana Obidiaba says, Black Rasta more fire. Franklin Safo says, good evening, boss. I'm curious about something. How does the South African drink Wonka more to taste like? It's like Pito. Kamshina Zaid says, more fire, Black Rasta. Omaimba Nana Nyansahini Angwa says, watching live inside the Kwapim Mampong. Majesty's King says, more fire. David Wewe says, live from Liberia. Hey, big up yourself. Dave, how are you doing? Osai Bedu says, come here. The Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukusho. Emmanuel Siame, a.k.a. Black Lion, says, more fire. Julius Wemano says, good evening, Black. Emmanuel Osakpa says, good evening, my brother. Bob Cromwell says, Black, you always make the last 3 hours of my job palatable. God bless you. Salute of patriotism. Akanayo Zura said, welcome, legendary Black, watching you live from Torino, Italy. Black, I love your outfit today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. More comments coming in. We have Aisha Ahmed. He says, good job, Black Rasta. Thank you. Asafwa Chetni Ayika Kalo says, for jobs, for Ghanaians. How far with the Gold Star Airline story? Greetings in the name of the Most High God. Well, we are still following it up. The big men are not speaking, and we are putting pressure. Hopefully they will speak. Aka Obed says, so sweet. Charles Okan says, Aisha Ahmed. Guy Jesus Boss says, good evening, bro. May God keep on blessing you. Yes, for a good job you are doing to help Mother Ghana. Bro, you are too much. Some guys are in the NPP party and they're jealous of your work because you really know more than them. That is why they are jealous of you. Anyway, thank you so much, God Jesus Boss. We appreciate you. Charles Okan says, hi. Is it Aisha that attended the School of Catering and later worked with me at Ghana Airwaves? Hey, some people are doing some matchmaking here. All right. Alex Wallace says, brother, Kwajofiagbe says, Dr. Black, what actually makes it possible for Dennis Miracles ABOAGYE, a young guy without any running business, to own 5 different functional bank accounts? Well, you yourself can go and open 20 accounts. Put one CD inside. But of course, I know what you mean. This one is loaded. It is alleged these accounts contain 7 million. Well, I don't know. Even if I knew, I would not say it. Black, I told you Raymond Archer is a forensic witch and he can catch them one after the other. Well, you are right. And I knew that all this while. Okay? Thank you so much. More comments coming in. Yeah. And then we have Francis Kofi Ayivi. And he says, good evening, Black. May God give you more energy to do more for Mother Ghana. Vincent Kingsford Beidu says, good evening, my big brother, Black Rasta and the Black Empire Media. I'm enjoying my share of the Black Pot here in Germany. Thank you. Ras Okokofi Sunmu says, this is the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Mata B. Wilson says, Kai Dodo, Blichin Kurle. Thank you so much. Yesu. Efo Yesu thought is laughing. All right. We'll take 2 more and we are done for the day. Okay. Remember, our numbers are on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. And remember, your product will go all over the world. John Adato says, Black, you are too much. Mata B. Wilson says something. Greetings from Tamale, Salamba, Thank you. Big up the people of Salamba. Yusuf Sadat is smiling. Omaimba Nyansahini Angwa says, more fire. And then if 4 years to talk is laughing. Kamaldin Imori says, why speaking truth to power. Good evening, Black Rasta. Hi, how you doing? Eric Opon says, NPP is a group of thieves, and all of them were in a thievery spree. Grab left, right, center, national records. Never again. Agogo Malabi Ba Yao says, we give thanks for your life. May righteous Rasta pour the truth. Pandem, Amu of fire. Odinoho Michael says, I'm watching you live from Teacher Mante. Pat Awo says, hello, Black Rasta. Kojo Fiagba says she apologized to a party and not party. Ras Okuko Fiso Moon says, is the borrowed respect necessary? Well, that's your opinion. In my opinion, it is. If a man is living off the borrowed glory of a father or mother, let's make it known. Okay? Untamed Baron says, Akufuado and Baomia, Palugu Dam came to steal and to destroy Ghana. Nihosa says, NPP are so wicked and must be in opposition for nearly 25 years. Baba Al-Hassan says, these guys truly came to rob Ghana and Ghanaians. Joseph Atta says, hey. Parkwesi says, top class area, Ajingano, and the buildings having been built in Mufutrum. Okay, Ghana, lazy people. You can't do without dirty borehole water and dirty dust on Mufutru roads and environments. Abdul Rauf Osman says, these people destroyed the country 8 years ago. How can a government official own all this property within 8 years of government? NPP never again. Joseph Atta says NPP was just looting Ghana. Well, at this point, Raskaba says, long live Professor Black Rasta and long live the Black Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo. Eddie Child says, Joseph Johnson, I said, Gerald Mosquito for president and Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa for vice president. Johnson, I said, for 5 years, 2029 to 2034, and Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa for 10 years. Okay? Ni se Borte Ike says, good evening, Black Rasta. I salute you and the entire crew. You guys are doing marvelous. Yeah, the job is marvelous. Thank you and good work. More fire. JDSGH says, greetings, Black. We are live. Why? Our country or nothing. Why? Black, speak truth to power. Nobody's bigger than the truth. Why? And then we have Vun or Vunet says Rasta. And then Joseph Atta says the truth is in the progress. Okay, it's in progress. It's in progress. And Tim Baron says, Honorable Black Rasta, God richly bless you abundantly for resetting Ghana's airways. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we thank you. We catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. Until then, wayo.